We put a bunch of fucking hot ass jam in between edible sheets of paper.
They call it a strudel.
Strudel. And try to eat this without burning every fucking taste bud off your tongue.
That's why I don't like toasted strudels, dude. I always burn myself. There's no point in them.
I like toast because like
Pop-Tarts are good because you can eat them cold, but you can't eat a toasted strudel cold.
No.
You ever have pear preserves? They're amazing.
No.
On toast.
No.
It's so good.
Pear preserve?
Yeah.
Like pear jelly?
Yeah. It's really good.
I've had apple jam, but I haven't had...
I like apple.
I didn't know you could turn pears into jelly.
Yeah, you can turn all fruit into jelly.
But pears?
Yes. Every fruit.
Dude, they're so good.
Every fruit.
You need to... If you like toast?
No.
Why?
It's dry bread.
It's not dry. It's crunchy bread.
Oh, shit.
It's so dry bread, bro.
Alright, let's get into the show.
So potato chips are crunchy potatoes.
Crunchy potatoes, yeah.
Crunchiness improves.
Because regular potatoes are still crunchy potatoes.
They're not.
No.
They're not really crunchy.
Eat a potato. It's like eating.
It's not crunchy.
It's starchy, but it's not crunchy.
It's like eating an apple. It's not crunchy, but it's like
apples are crunchy.
No, apples are definitely crunchy.
Apples are super crunchy.
Fuck. But like
the potatoes like.
Yeah, because ow.
Potatoes aren't crunchier than pears.
Pear?
Pears are not as crunchy as apples.
They're just so soft.
Oh shit! All right,
pears are not crunchy though. I wouldn't consider pears crunchy.
Am I bleeding?
No.
Okay.
Are we recording?
Yeah, we are. All right, let's start the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Smoking Table. My name is Dre.
I'm Jay.
I'm Derek the Jedi.
And this is episode 31.
31 pieces.
31. Cool. Alright, nothing special about 31, so let's jump straight into weed news.
Nothing special about 31?
There's really not. You flip us backwards, we're illegal.
No. No, because, like, 31, like, some months ended. We're good.
That's a far stretch.
No. They can watch an episode a day. You see?
We're similar to October.
No,
yeah.
I get what Derek's saying. He's saying that like if there are any new listeners,
they can start watching like one a day.
Exactly. You can start at like. Well, April has like 30, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. March has 31.
Yeah, but March has already started.
Shit. Okay, when was that? March, April, May.
I'm gonna look it up.
June?
Fuck it.
June. May has 31.
Yeah, May has 31.
Yeah, so they have to be listening next month.
So beginning of May. And
so if you're listening right now, completely stop what you're doing. If this is your first time listening to us, wait until May and then start from episode 1.
It's not even the end of March.
And do one a day.
But then you're gonna have 5 new ones, so you're gonna be at 36.
There will be a pop quiz at the end of May.
That'll be Derek the Jedi's fucking fuck you. I don't know what
that's a nice thing to do.
I don't know what I just said.
It's a fucking fuck you.
It's a fucking fuck you from Derek the Jedi. That's what you
what
said.
Was the topic?
What
did I do?
I'm Derek the Jedi, and I approve this fuck you.
They're listening right now. They're gonna get to this and be like,
I hate
there's 5 more. There's 5 more episodes.
What they should have done is stopped at 2 minutes ago when I told them to stop, and then they started back from episode 1. So a month from now, they got a fuck you from Derek waiting on them.
They don't even know, like, because if they started on this episode, they would get to that part and stop.
Like, oh, thanks, Derek, for making me stop and wait for 31 days for you to say fuck you to me.
No, because when he said it, When he said it, like, right after, I'm like, this is a fuck you from Derek the Jedi, because you stopped listening, and now you're listening to this part. It was a cliffhanger, and now, fuck you.
It's worse on M. Night Shyamalan.
John Grisham would be proud.
Good job.
I
love John Grisham.
You guys really fucked with me today.
Alright, are we starting weed news?
Let's start weed news.
Alright, timer's going, and weed news. 1, 2, double Dutch. 1, 2, 3, jump in. Okay. So, we're going to start with the presidential primary elections. I've made a big deal about this, and I set myself up for heartbreak because this is Florida. And I guess when it comes down to it, you got to realize that this is Florida. Florida has always been a Republican state with a Democratic problem.
Yep.
So, if Florida is any preview into the general election, Clinton won on the Democratic side and Trump won on the Republican side.
Without a doubt. Even with having, like, going up against a Florida, like, representative, he won.
Well, the thing about, like, a lot of people have mixed emotions about Marco Rubio.
Yeah.
Like, he is the hometown boy, the hometown hero down in South Florida, and, like, mostly Latino population. But nobody can really point to anything, like, unless you have a personal tie to Marco Rubio like South Florida has.
Yeah.
There are not many people who can point to what he did in the Florida Senate to help Floridians or anything.
It's only really big in Miami.
This is his first term in the Senate, so granted he hasn't really had a chance to do anything, but the little bit of stuff that he has done, none of it passed. It was a drop in the bucket. I think the immigration bill, and he ended up voting against or ended up getting shut down or whatever.
Marco Rubio.
And since then, he's been running for president. So,
wait, on his good side, he's still young.
I thought I'd like recognize that because it was a few years ago I heard about Marco Rubio.
Yeah.
And then I found out he was running for president. I was like, oh, it's that guy.
I think he's only like 44.
yeah, he's young.
He's young, so he has a while.
He'll be like JFK if he.
He's not gonna win.
He's not gonna win. He's already dropped out. He dropped out after he lost Florida.
If you lose your home state,
if you lose your home state, it's kind of
You know, if Bernie Sanders won, he'd be like the new JFK, but like reverse, like JFK button. You are. As crazy as that is, you are absolutely right in your point. Bernie Sanders will be the oldest president we've ever had if he won.
Yeah, he would be.
And JFK was the youngest.
He's already pretty much
so
dead.
He would be like, yeah. He would need to grow backwards because I mean, imagine if he did 2 terms as president, he'd be on his way to. He'd already be 80 going into 81 by the time he left office.
He'd be old as fuck.
You ever see the
and being president already ages you more than the average job.
Yeah, did you see the picture with Obama, George Bush, and then it showed Bernie Sanders, and he was like the skeleton. Yeah,
I was about to say I saw the one where he was the crypt keeper.
Yeah. I want Bernie to win and die in the office.
Like get shot in the head like JFK.
No, he has a heart attack drinking scotch at the desk.
In his limo and on Texas?
Drinking scotch at the desk, heart attack.
In a convertible in Texas?
No. Bernie Sanders will die like a man. A Jewish man.
In Texas with his wife.
Jews don't go to Texas.
Bernie Sanders doesn't go to Texas.
Oh, because he's Jewish.
Don't tell anybody.
Shit.
His real name is Bernie Sanderstein.
No, that's Sanders Sanders is a Jewish name, isn't it?
I don't know. Ask the Colonel.
No,
Andy Sandberg.
Adam Sandler.
Andy Sandler.
Sandler. They both end like that.
Colonel Sanders was Jewish.
That's what you're saying.
Jewish fried chicken.
So good. Jewish chicken in Kentucky.
It's all.
All right, Weed News is going way left. All right. So, two more just little pieces of news. One, which I thought was interesting. This is a nice piece. Legal marijuana outsold Girl Scout cookies this year, and I'm not talking about the strand of marijuana, but actual Girl Scout cookies.
Take that, Girl Scout cookies, bitches.
Ah, fuck you and your little Girl Scout
Thin mints and your Samoas.
Bitch.
Damn, y'all going hard on them.
I used to be a Boy Scout.
I will say I too am upset that. Well, I'm upset because they don't sell them year round. Like, don't get me all up in my Thin Mints, and then like March comes around, and I'm like, I can't find them. You know, I got to go back to the Walmart off-brand at that point until the holidays comes back around.
That's when they get you though. Those holidays come around, you're spending mad money because you're like, I need to stock up on these bitches.
I don't have anything against the Girl Scouts.
I despise the
I don't
Girl
really want to
Scouts.
punch them.
I do.
I was just joking.
It's not a Girl Scout's fault that y'all sell popcorn. That popcorn.
Nobody wants stale ass popcorn in a tin.
Exactly. That
and
popcorn
$4 Butterfingers. Okay, being a Boy Scout sucked. You know how hard it was to sell anything? God damn it. 6 years of being told no, I'm not buying that.
They got the hustle. I mean, hey, if y'all.
That's who.
Y'all could always, at any point in time, go to the Girl Scouts office and kiss the ring and just, see if they'll cut y'all in on the profits.
Never. Never.
Get y'all out there on the corner slinging Girl Scout cookies. You got to wear the uniform, though.
The shorts.
I would never do it.
Yo, Girl Scouts own fundraising. Y'all got to kiss the ring on that one.
Yeah, you do. They're amazing with it. They got it.
I got you, bro. You
the
need
fact
Thin
that
Mints?
this is actually a news story, the fact that this piece is like the only thing outselling Girl Scout cookies is marijuana. And that's probably only because they cost more, because they're probably being sold in tandem.
Oh shit!
Oh man, I know.
They're probably getting the weed.
I'd buy Girl Scout cookies.
They're probably getting weed in order to get their Girl Scout cookies. Like right after they get.
If
the
I
weed.
was a Girl Scout troop captain, like obviously I wouldn't camp out in front of the dispensary, but I mean in the closest inconspicuous place to the dispensary.
Like the Walgreens across the street.
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
I'm definitely setting up shop.
I'd be right in front of the dispensary. The big ass sign said, "Get your munchies here."
No, that's not good.
That's
for
too-
the Girl Scouts.
That's too.
They have
All
the girls
they
out
do-
there selling
That's
them.
too
All the
broad.
Girl Scouts do is sell cookies. They do
have the girls out
nothing
there selling them.
else.
They can't be
Too
out there in
broad.
front of the dispensary, man.
You can't.
Go ask all the girls working at Hooters who of them were Girl Scouts, and they'll all say yes.
Jeez,
What-
dude.
I'll cut that out. I'm sorry. I
Why?
was against Girl Scouts.
Alright.
Jesus, that went south so
So-
fast.
Speaking of, because let me go ahead and give you the figures now, because marijuana apparently legal marijuana was in the 3 to 3.4 billion dollar range in sales, while Girl Scout cookies came in at a whopping 776 million. Now, I mean that's a lot, dude. That's 776 million in sales nationwide, blowing the Boy Scouts out of the water. I'm sorry, that's the Girl Scouts are making Trump money.
Yeah, they
Considering
are.
that they only sell cookies like 3-4 months out of the year.
Kelly, get in here. You didn't sell enough cookies? You're fired.
Oh, Trump can't become president.
Uh,
But to move on though, apparently this is just the scratch in the bucket, because marijuana is only going to gain more in revenue sales, which means Girl Scout cookies is only going to go up in revenue sales, which means this battle will be going on for a long time until somebody, some way can figure out how to make a marijuana Girl Scout cookie merger that isn't offensive to the world.
I can see no way of doing that.
Because marijuana sales are looking... Industry projections right now are $44 billion by 2020. Now, taking into consideration that this is 2016, that's 4 years from now. That's not even a 5-year projection. That's...
Right now.
Yeah, that's blowing... I mean, but that's also with consideration of California, Nevada, and Massachusetts likely legalizing, and Florida and Ohio considering legalizing medical cannabis. Which, I mean, Florida being the big retiree state that it is, and a lot of states in the Northeast that are legalizing, retirees move here.
Hell yeah.
And I mean that's one of the big things that people are in Florida are overlooking that they should be pushing more, is that, I mean, that is how people are going to start choosing where to retire.
Oh yeah, because right now, if I retired right now, I'm going to Colorado and chilling on the slopes, getting a small cabin in the middle of the fucking winter woods and smoking my ass off.
Because, I mean, if you think about people who live up in the Northeast that already have marijuana, like, to try to retire someplace where you can't get that prescription filled anymore,
yeah, you know,
it's not going to happen.
No.
Yeah. So, damn.
It's a lot of fucking money, dude.
It's making Florida less likely to, like, have more people.
Which is bad.
Well, actually, Florida is, because of our snowbird population, our senior population, is more likely to get... I mean, medical marijuana is... I don't want to jinx it, but...
It feels right this year.
This year.
Last time it didn't feel that good. It felt rushed and that, you know, we were all just praying for it. But this
Which
year,
exactly is how Rec was this year.
Yeah.
But Rec has already gotten their 2018 plan starting to go in place anyways.
Yeah. It was steps. It's always been a step process, and now we're getting to where I feel like we're at the top of the staircase.
Yeah.
I've used that reference a lot lately.
Top of the staircase?
Staircase references.
Moving forward.
Staircase references.
All right.
Staircase.
All right.
So moving on.
Ted Cruz.
Oh, to entertainment. All right. Part of the Smoky Movies with Dre, my blog. If you guys have ever seen it, it's pretty good. I enjoy doing it. So part of that, we're gonna do a new segment on the show called "Getting High with Trailers." I'm working on the name. High Trailers. Something. We'll work on the name. Each episode, I'll figure out a different name until it clicks. So, pretty much what we're going to do is we're going to get high. Trailer trips. No, because they kind of like rubs off on yours. Whatever. Either way. We'll figure it out. But we're going to watch a trailer and get high.
Yay!
Okay, so
what do we got for the first one today?
So for the first one, since there's been a lot of superhero stuff lately, and I've been like, whatever, we've always talked about it, I found one that I can't pronounce very well, but it's called Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Now, what got me about this one, peculiar. Asshole.
I didn't do anything.
A cough.
Peculiar?
Peculiar.
Peculiar.
Alright, what caught me about this one is that I love Tim Burton movies. I think they're all the bee's knees. You know, they're amazing. Even his Batman movies are awesome. So, I tend to, you know, really enjoy them. But he hasn't made a real life one in at least like 6-8 years, I think. I think like Sweeney Todd.
That was the last one?
I think Sweeney Todd is the last one.
I thought it was Edward Scissorhands.
No, because Edward Scissorhands was in the 90s.
What about The Crow?
The Crow is not Tim Burton.
Stop.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and Sweeney Todd, I think, were around the same time. But those are the last live-action ones he's made. He made Corpse Bride and a couple other ones after that. But this one looks really, really awesome. So, we're going to watch this trailer, and we're going to get high while we watch it.
Yay.
Yay. Here we go now.
The theme song.
Come with me. There's a place I go when I want to be alone. There's a new world coming, and it's just around the bend. There's a new world coming. This one's coming to an end.
Yo. That's... She's Squirtle! Yo, that was
How did you?
awesome.
It's my peculiarity. If I show you the rest, you have to promise not to run away.
That's the kid who was supposed to play Spider-Man, by the way.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Tom Holland?
Asa Butterfield.
Jake,
Okay.
right on time. Miss Peregrine, delighted to meet you.
Miss Peregrine.
He's invisible.
Of course. We're what's known in common parlance as peculiar. Claire, where are you hurting? She's embarrassed in front of Jake.
Don't be.
That's so cool.
Whoa.
Yo.
Because our abilities don't fit in the outside world. We live in places like this, where no one can find us. Jake, come and play. I knew you were one of us when you were born. It's time for you to learn what you can do.
But I'm just ordinary.
No, you're not. You were born to protect us.
Samuel Jackson!
Oh my god.
Look after them, Jake.
I promise.
I have to see that. That looks so cool.
Look, you missed it!
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Yo, what is that?
Bad guy.
The fuck?
Yo.
It's like Resident Evil.
That was
You remember
fucking
that dude?
Yeah.
Remember, like with the no eyes and shit? No,
So that shit was
like-
crazy, right?
It's classic Tim Burton shit. Like Tim Burton's always on some other shit, man.
Yeah.
That trailer was just crazy. I love that. That was so good.
I thought it was awesome.
And then he
Yo, that little girl freaked me the fuck out.
the
The one that was
with the
eating
head?
with the head?
Yeah.
Yeah, right? So this trailer is on my blog if you want to check it out and look at it and see what we were reacting to because it was freaking creepy as hell.
That
But
was
cool
creepy.
as shit.
That was the creepiest, coolest thing I've ever seen. Movie. Yeah, I like that. That shit was cool.
I liked it. I really want to see it. It's cool because it
When's
has
it?
all of his like normal people in the movie.
When's it coming out?
It comes out in November?
I love
Oh,
that
shit.
Samuel L. Jackson's in it.
September 30th. Yeah. That's the cool part. Samuel L. Jackson's one of the main bad guys in it. It's got Asa Butterfield, who, like I said, was my
Yeah.
pick for Spider-Man. You saw how he looked. He would have been a cool Spider-Man. I don't know. Like, you guys, I think you guys said you didn't see Ender's Game, right?
No.
No, you got to see Ender's Game because that's his breakout movie, and he was beast in Ender's Game, you know? So, and then Eva Green, who is Miss Peregrine or whatever,
Uh-huh.
she, I don't know if you saw this new movie, 300, the 300 with the C,
Yeah,
with the C,
yeah.
that was her. The chick that he fought against, the sergeant, that was
Oh.
her. But if you really want
302?
yeah.
Oh.
If you really want to see a cool movie of her, look for The Dreamers, 2002. It had Michael Pitt, who's Brad Pitt's brother, in it. He goes to France
He
and
was Brad Pitt's brother. They're not brothers
no,
anymore.
no. He's still Brad Pitt's brother, but nobody cares about it. He goes to France, he meets Eva Green and her brother, but Eva Green and her brother, like you get to see Eva Green all naked, full frontal, cool movie, loved it. Called The Dreamers.
Hold on, can I stop you right there?
Yeah.
That reminded me of the Family Guy episode when Chris and that guy at the...
We're talking about, yeah. I know a lot of movies.
45 seconds in.
Yeah.
Completely naked.
Completely naked.
They know everything about naked scenes.
I know a lot of
Damn.
them.
But go on.
My favorite naked scene of all time is Monsters Ball. Halle Berry and Billy Bob Thornton getting it out
that
right
was-
after Billy Bob Thornton kills her son.
That was crazy. That blew my mind in so many different ways. It was like nothing that I'm watching matches the situation of what's going on in life right now as far as this movie's concerned.
Yup. That movie was just fucked up from the beginning. Heath Ledger kills himself. Billy Bob Thornton runs over someone's kid. Then she ends up
in jail.
Yeah.
What movie?
Monsters Ball.
Monsters Ball. Dude. And like the weirdest part about the sex scene is there's a canary. And like all you think about is the fucking canary because you got Halle Berry in the background getting banged doggy by Billy Bob Thornton in the kitchen with his whitey tighties around his ankle. But then you see this canary in a cage. And you just keep focusing on the canary. And you hear Halle Berry going, make me feel good, make me feel good. And then it's crazy.
Billy Bob Thornton reminds me of an older Trevor from GTA 5.
Yeah. It could be that. Either way, the movie freaked me out, but whatever. So, back to this movie. It looks really cool. They all got special powers from what it looks like.
Yeah, it looks like some X-Men shit.
Yeah. And I'm into it.
Tim Burton style.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? You ever see that?
With Sean Connery?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a one-time thing.
Yeah.
That was never going to go any further.
Yeah, that was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a horrible movie.
They could have made a bunch of them. They could have had it like Expendables.
Yeah.
Started bringing back on like...
Old British people.
Yeah. Pierce Brosnan could be on it. Jason Statham.
I love Pierce Bronson.
House.
Yeah. What is his name?
House.
Hugh Jackman. No, Gene Hackman.
No, not Gene Hackman. It's
God damn it! What's his name?
Hugh Laurie.
Hugh Laurie.
Hugh
There you
Laurie.
go.
I was gonna say I'm not looking it up because I know his name. Hugh Laurie.
Fuck. I went through a lot of... I'm sorry,
There's a
Gene...
lot of-
First, Gene Hackman, first of all.
He's not even British.
Holy fuck, I'm sorry, Gene Hackman.
Oh man.
I'm sorry, Hugh Jackman, too, because anytime anybody says British, Hugh Jackman just comes up.
And he's an Australian.
Yeah.
Australian, mate.
Oh man, they said the next Wolverine movie's gonna be rated R.
Oh, fuck
Because
yeah.
it's gonna be his last movie as Wolverine. He wants to go out rated R.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Oh, shit.
Full frontal. He's gonna hold his dong.
Oh, dude. Yeah, well, Hugh Jackman drop dong in the last movie. He retire after that. Nobody would give a shit anymore.
Claws out.
Just the end of the movie too. He's just like standing on a balcony after a horrible war, naked.
He's
claws
standing on
out.
the same mountain that Luke was standing on in episode 7.
There you go.
Nice.
Just
Oh my
stand,
god.
Same robe, too. And he just drop robe.
just drop robe. Stand there.
Drop
and then
robe, and then
claws
he
come
turns
out.
around. There's this girl, like, here's your claws back. Because he lost them. There's my lightsaber. There's my claws.
There's my claws.
I feel like that's what he's gonna say at the beginning of 8. Like it's gonna be.
There's
continued
my-
after
it's
7.
right
It's like, oh, there it
there it is. There's my
Did you bring
lightsaber.
the
Thanks.
hand too? Did you find that?
You find my other robotic hand? It looked realistic. Now I'm stuck with this shitty robot-looking one. Somehow, 30 years ago, my hand was more advanced than it is now.
They got burned
Right?
off.
Why did he take the glove off? That's
The
all
skin got
he
burned
had.
off.
Oh, man. Star Wars. I mean, I feel like I'm going to be very upset with Episode 8. I feel like nothing Episode 8 does is going to make me happy.
I feel like if episode 8 isn't a continuation of episode 7, they might as well fuck off.
Yeah.
I like Kylo Ren.
I feel like they have so many chances to fuck it up now that the 7's out, and I'm sad.
And there's a new director too.
How do we always end back up on Star Wars?
Because it's the biggest thing. Derek uses his Jedi powers to fucking always bring Star Wars.
That's
in
why.
his
That's why I call
conversations.
Derek the Jedi. I use the Force on you guys.
You suck.
I use the fucking Force.
So tired of talking about
You guys-
Star Wars.
You guys are fucked.
Was it last week when he asked us if we were going to talk about Star Wars?
Yeah. I'm such a Star Wars nerd.
Nord.
I've been playing Battlefront recently. It's good.
Dude, I've been playing The Division.
I want that.
It's been kicking ass.
Really?
The game makes me very happy.
They had like
It's impossible.
They had a social experiment about it.
Yeah.
I heard that like people in a real apocalypse would do this shit, like because I don't know how to explain it, but like I seen it on Facebook, and they're like, "We're fucked if everyone's like this in an actual apocalypse."
Well, I mean, yeah, it was just a bunch of rioting. Everyone's gonna be like that. I mean, it's obvious, but the game sucks. Like it's so amazing. It's hard. Like what was it? You were there the other night. An hour, bro, and we didn't even beat the mission we were on, bro. It was beasting everything, and like we tried different. Like we would like each time we respond, we would attack it in a different way, and we would accomplish it, right? But each time we had to see what was happening. There was one time where there was like 8 dudes with flamethrowers, bro. It was crazy.
You sound so pissed off about it.
Dude, you don't even understand. It took me forever.
I miss that about games, like how they're hard and shit. Like,
Yeah, this game is super hard.
Shit.
Alright,
I miss
so
Ratchet and Clank. That was my childhood.
so that was the entertainment section. Smoking movies with Dre. Watching trailers.
Yeah,
The trailer is really dope.
That was awesome.
I'm gonna watch that movie.
Ha. I like it.
Allegiant. She looks so gross now. The main character of Allegiant. The first one, she looks so hot. Now she looks like a dude. Alright. So, moving on to sports.
Sports.
Sports, go sports! Our
Sports.
team's number 1.
Sports.
Chips and hot dogs. Oh, seriously.
Spaghetti. At the ball in pink.
Go to a ballpark to watch a football game and like, I want spaghetti over here.
No,
and
did you
get
see that
spaghetti.
episode of American Dad? She's like, they're so different from each other. She wants spaghetti at the fucking
Oh yeah,
ball
and then
game.
the making where
And
they put
then
inside of a Viking
fucking-
helmet.
No, it's like inside of a baseball helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
$50 spaghetti.
Oh god. Alright, so dude, that's awesome. If you wanna so March Madness is coming up and I'm not gonna delve into it very much because honestly I know nothing about college basketball. I barely know about the NBA. But I do enjoy doing something where you get to select a bunch of things.
I like a bunch of
And decide how the winner is going to end up. So even though I have no knowledge about college basketball,
You want to guess?
I like to guess. So of course every year I put in my Final Four bracket, right? And I love seeing the check marks. I'm like, yeah, I was right. Because it shows you who they say is going to win, but who they say is what they're going to win by and why they're going to win. And I'm like, you know what? I don't care. That doesn't sound right. This school sounds cool. I'm going to pick this one. So, like, Iona versus Iowa State. I know Iowa State. I don't know what the hell Iona is, so I don't pick it. Right? Seton Hall against Gonzaga. They say,
Seton Hall?
There you go.
There you go.
They say Gonzaga's going to win, but Seton Hall sounds cool and they got a pirate. I picked them. Right? That's my method.
Can I pick one?
No, this is mine. You can do your own bracket.
No, I wanted to like guess.
Oh,
Yeah, I can.
well, okay.
We got Obama's bracket up too.
Yeah, we do. Between Michigan State and Middle Tennessee.
I'll pick like Michigan State because the Spartan helmet.
Exactly. That's why I picked Michigan State.
I'm finally involved in sports. I'm never involved.
So, alright, so we got the president's bracket and we got mine. Let's see what his looks like and what ours looks like. That wasn't real English.
But yeah.
So, he has Kansas going all the way, which I have Kansas going all the way. Because, I mean, the bird just looks so happy. How can you lose?
I think both of you are gonna be upset.
Against where? Against Austin P?
No, not against Austin P.
Against Connecticut?
No, not against Connecticut. I think that Kansas can win their bracket.
Connecticut looks cool.
I think they can win their bracket easy. I mean, I think the only people that they'll have to really look out for is Villanova and Villanova and Miami. I think Villanova, Miami, whoever comes out of that game could probably give Kansas a run for the money.
I have
But I
Wichita
doubt
and with Villanova playing each other in that game.
Now, my thing is, and this is where I think that Obama's bracket is wrong. I think out of the bracket that Duke's coming out of that. I mean, Texas A&M. If it comes down to Duke and Texas A&M, I got Duke, and I think Duke is going to beat Kansas.
I have Duke losing at UNCW. Who is UNC?
Really? UNC Wilmington?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
they're going to win that game.
I don't know, man. My gut tells me
UNC.
Duke's last 5 games was 2-3.
If Duke has to play against Baylor, I think that's the only team that will probably beat them. If they have to play against Baylor, or if they have a tough game against like maybe Cincy, if Cincy can beat out that bracket against, I mean, if Cincy comes off a win of St. Joe's and then beats Oregon.
See, I got Baylor beating Yale, obviously. Because I just said Yale. And I'm like, Yale doesn't win stuff. If it's not rowing, Yale doesn't win. So, and then I had Duke getting upset in the first round. And then Baylor beating UNC Wilmington. And then Baylor and Oregon playing, and Oregon beating Baylor to go up against Texas A&M.
Yale.
We got to see.
We got to see. But I definitely did. I had A&M beating out in that area, going up against Oregon in the end.
We gotta see, because I don't know if Oregon State, I don't know if Oregon State I think VCU can beat Oregon State. I even think that on the right day, VCU could beat Oklahoma. I think that bracket by far is the most interesting.
VCU.
Because Duke can do a lot of things, Cincy can do some things, Oregon can do some things. I think Texas A&M, Oklahoma, VCU could be a big upset game. I mean, that's going to be the bracket to watch.
I'm excited.
ESPN.
I get so excited about college basketball. They're in the Final Four.
Everybody else is pretty much expected to win their bracket. I think the only other upset would be that Virginia may not come out. I believe Obama's bracket with Virginia not coming out of their bracket, out of the Midwest.
Oh, I got Virginia beating North Carolina.
I think Michigan State can run the Midwestern bracket. So
Michigan State.
I agree with Obama. On 3 out of his Final 4, I agree with him.
What's his Final Four?
Kansas, UNC, Michigan State, and Texas A&M.
Damn, me and him only agree on Kansas. I got Kansas, Oregon, West Virginia, and Purdue.
Purdue?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then Purdue and Kansas meeting in the final game.
Purdue, that's an interesting pick. That may work out. Honestly, to look at that fact, because I mean, if there's any, because a lot of people agree, if there's any number one that's beatable, it's Virginia.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't have Virginia coming out of that Midwest bracket.
No.
And if they lose to Purdue before they lose to Michigan State, and Michigan State can lose to I think that Michigan State can lose to Seton Hall if Seton Hall beats Utah.
I have Seton Hall going. Wait, where is Seton Hall?
Seton Hall's in the Midwest bracket.
I have
They're
them
playing against-
I have
they're
them
playing
losing to
against
Fresno.
Fresno?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got Fresno beating Utah.
Yeah, I got Fresno beating Utah. I got Fresno going up against Michigan State, but then Michigan State beating out Fresno. And then Michigan State loses to Purdue. Purdue gets lucky and goes all the way through.
Isn't Purdue the fucking brand of
Chickens. Yeah.
Purdue. What? Why?
Huh?
Why?
I think Jim Purdue is from Indiana.
Yeah. His family's name could be the university.
I don't know.
So yeah, Obama, I think I have better picks than you, buddy, and I'm gonna win against Obama.
Yeah. What's that?
Hey,
I'm just kidding.
he's a great president. I don't know. He's a president. I give him that. He's a president.
Yeah, he is a president.
We don't make any money off of this. Don't go talking shit about the president.
Yeah, no.
He'll shut this motherfucker down.
No, I never.
The smoking table will be no more.
All right. So moving on to football, which we always talk about football, but this one's actually, it's off season, so people are just doing their pro days right now. Mm-hmm. We got free agency going on. Free agency is actually really fucking crazy this year.
Go trades.
Oh, is it the big dude?
Yeah, yeah. There's a lot of trades, but what I'm going to talk about real quick is pro days. They were in Baylor, right? And they got a tight end named Laquan McGowan, who is 405 pounds.
Of beefy manliness.
I'm going to put his 40 up, but his 40 was faster than Rich Eisen's. Which
isn't saying much.
It's not saying much.
Rich Eisen.
Rich Eisen set a record this year for himself, a personal record. He ran it faster than any other time. I mean, like...
Okay.
Yeah.
That's Rich Eisen, though. I mean...
The fact is he keeps trying every year.
Personal best for a 40-year-old white male. I mean...
In a suit. He keeps the suit on.
I'm pretty sure Rich Eisen ran the 40 in a long weekend before all this started.
So this kid's really big. If he does get drafted, I feel like he's gonna get drafted in the last round just by somebody who has an extra pick. I don't think he's gonna.
I think he should get drafted because he's a tight end. So shit. First of all, he's not somebody that people are expecting to come off the line. But even if he never comes off the line, you got a 400-pound fucking lineman. Even if you never throw him a pass.
So damn big.
Right, he's huge. He's like a meteor.
You got a 400-pound lineman on your edge. Even if you never throw him a pass, he's worth a contract.
Yeah. I guess so. I say he's going to get drafted. I don't say it's going to happen before the 5th round. There's no need for him before then. I don't know.
There's a lot of teams that need a tight end.
I don't know what his college stats were either. I don't see any of that. I just see his pro day stats. But on to free agency because that's what everybody really cares about.
Free agency.
Eric Weddle gets to go to the Ravens, bring the beard to the Ravens, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because their defense is starting to feel more like a defense again because it hasn't felt like one in about 3 years.
Neither has the offense, considering that they've been giving away all their wide receivers to the 49ers.
That is very true. That is true. Torrey Smith.
Anquan
Bolden. Did Crabtree ever play? Wait, he doesn't get Michael Crabtree.
Crabtree came from Oakland.
Okay. Top 9.
But they definitely need receivers. Flacco's been struggling as of late. After they got that money.
That's what happens. You give the guy the money and then boom.
Yep.
They don't care anymore.
Happens to the best of them. That's when they start worrying about their health, is after they get that money. Before that money, you'll dive over the damn pile for a touchdown.
They'll do everything. And as soon as you get the money, you're like, I'm going to be careful.
Yeah, I don't want to be a vegetable by the time I'm 45.
So let's see. Doug Martin stayed with the Bugs. Yeah. Cool deal. Bruce Irvin with the Raiders. You got Bruce Irvin and Khalil Mack now teaming up. Yeah. That's pretty awesome. Pierre Paul, 1 year extension. I don't know why.
We talked about some of these last week, I think.
I know. I'm trying to figure out new ones. Eric Weddle's a new one, but he went to the Ravens. His career's just gonna die out there. Let's see. Osweiler we know about. Boom. Russell Okung, still nowhere. That sucks for him. Prince Amukamara. Amukamara?
Yeah.
Prince Amukamara. Holy shit, I said it right.
Amukamara.
I said it right. All right. He went to the Jaguars. I didn't know that. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that. No, he went to the Jaguars. It's a 1 year deal, but it's still pretty cool.
He's not going to get more than a 1 year deal because, he didn't really get a chance to prove himself last year.
No.
After he punched Geno Smith in the face.
Oh, man.
He'll forever be known for that.
And it's alright because we all loved it.
Yeah, we all felt like it needed to happen.
It needed to happen. He did what everybody wanted to do. This one's really sad to me is that Ryan Fitzpatrick is still in free agency. Because He's a good quarterback.
Give the beard a contract.
Well, apparently he's seeking $18 million. He's thinking he's a top caliber quarterback.
No.
The Jets offered him $7 million,
If you've
but he's like,
ever played
no.
for the Jets, you are not a top caliber quarterback. Like, if the Jets are anywhere on your resume and your name isn't Broadway Joe Namath,
Shit.
you're not a caliber quarterback.
No. So, Ryan, I think you should just take the $7 million and chill there.
Ask Ken O'Brien.
Yeah, I think Fitzpatrick's going to stay in the Jets or he's going to be nowhere. He can go to Denver and be Mark Sanchez's backup.
He can go anywhere. I mean, I think Fitzpatrick I think he's a solid quarterback. I mean, I'd put him. He had as good a season as Flacco last year.
Yeah. He can play for the Browns.
Yeah.
I'd put him there. I don't think anywhere else, really. I can't think of anywhere else that really desperately needs him.
I think that where he's at in his career, he needs there are places that you go and you have bad careers. You can go to the Jets or you can go to Oakland or San Diego and just no matter how good of a quarterback you are, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But then you can go to Chicago or to Cleveland or something like that, or Cincinnati, and have 1 or 2 good years where you revive your career and run them to the playoffs or something. But after that, you need to get the hell out and go somewhere where you can be in a good team.
Exactly.
That's where you go to resuscitate yourself to move on with your career.
So you get back in the spotlight for a second, guys. I'll leave after that. It happened with Brian Hoyer. He went to Cleveland. People were like, hey, look at Brian. And then they brought him to the Texans and said, we're making you the starter. And he took the Texans to the playoffs, after Ryan Mallett had his baby fit. But then Brian Hoyer just fucking dropped life. He died in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And, that's what made him lose his job. But inevitably, he used Cleveland and let people know that he was still there. He did okay with Texans, even though, DeAndre Hopkins is really their only receiver.
Yeah.
And so he did okay with them. He did okay, I'll give it to him. And I feel like Brock Osweiler down there, so now they have Brock Osweiler, so they're in the draft, they can get another receiver, and their running back's already good. Their defense is ridiculous. They get another receiver, they got Brock Osweiler throwing out there, they're good to go.
Right now, my perfect example... Alright, let me get this out before I close out. My perfect example right now is Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton needs to get the hell out of Cincinnati. Now, while he's good, he needs to get the hell out of Cincinnati.
He's going to go down with that ship.
Yeah. You don't want to happen. You don't want to be Jay Cutler.
No. Oh, damn. Dying with Chicago.
Yeah.
Arian Foster isn't playing anymore either. We really need to fix that. Well, not we. Look at me talking like I'm a Texans fan. I love the Texans. If I wasn't a Packers fan, I'd be a Texans fan because I just love their team and watching them. And Hard Knocks sold me, dude.
Yeah.
Because Bill O'Brien is such a cool fucking coach. Everything about the Texans makes me feel like that's a real team of people,
Part of the team.
Yeah, dude. So, I really like the Texans. And plus, they're AFC anyway, so...
Yeah.
I can have an AFC fan.
You can have an AFC team.
I can have an AFC team. Got my NFC team. I can have an AFC team.
Yeah.
It's not like they'll ever meet in the Super Bowl. Texans Packers Super Bowl.
If they meet in the Super Bowl, then you're okay.
Yeah, that's just nobody.
You don't lose.
Either way, I'll brag about a ring.
Just don't make your AFC team like the Bengals.
Oh God, no.
Oh, this is like an all Dre show today.
It is, man. This is hitting it big.
What happened?
I'm sorry, guys.
You've already got to promote your Tumblr movie trailer. Now you got freaking...
Oh, yeah.
I think last episode...
At one time when I was high.
Last episode I was like...
You were in the spotlight there.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were, buddy.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Alright, so this is my week to do that one time when I was high. I've been high a lot, and there's been a lot of weird times, but one of my favorite times, I guess, would have to be this one. Me and my girlfriend were driving around, and we were bored as shit. We didn't know what to do, right? So he called our friend Daniel. I'm changing everyone's names. He called our friend Daniel, like, hey, we need some weed. He was like, okay, I got like 4 grams over here if you want to buy it. So I was like, all right, cool. So I went to his house. His sister was there. She was waiting on her boyfriend because he drove away with the car and had the 4 grams. So I was like, all right, I really want to get weed, so let me just chill. So I'm chilling. So she has a little bit of her own weed, right? It's her own homegrown weed. So we sit there and we smoke it. This weed was not good. It got me really, really high, but in a high that I did not enjoy. Like the kind of high where I was like, I don't care about my weed anymore. I just want to get the fuck out of here and leave and go somewhere else. I don't want to be here.
Paranoid.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there waiting, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't care. I'm already high. I'm just gonna go home and go to fuck to sleep. I'm not gonna wait for this weed. Then my buddy Joe called me and was like, hey, dude, I'm having a UFC fight, night at my house. I bought the pay-per-view. You want to come watch it? I'm like, do you have weed? And he's like, yeah, I got weed. I'm like, oh my god, dude, yes. Can I buy some from you? He was like, dude, just come over and smoke. I'm like, yay. So I get up and I literally walked to the table where my $40 were and I just grabbed it and walked out. I didn't even say bye to anybody. I just left. Because I'm like, I'm so angry being here right now because we weren't doing anything but watching TV. So, get in my car. I go to leave. I leave. I get to my buddy's house, which is 15 minutes away. Now, the car ride, for some reason, enhanced the high that I was having. And I was, super baked out of my mind. This weed no longer sucked. It was amazing. And I was high as fuck. So, I get to my buddy's apartment. I couldn't remember which one was his. They all look the same. So, I'm standing outside staring at apartments. And I hear a lot of noise. I'm like, he's having a party. That's probably where it's at. So, I walked around the back. And I found where the building was. And I walked around the front trying to remember which part of the building it was. Went up there, finally, after 5 minutes, I finally got there, I got inside. Well, I went to go give him $40 and said, hey, let me buy some weed. Instead, he was like, no, dude, keep your money, I have a lot of weed. So I kept my money, and they had a blunt that was it was a Godfather Dutch, right? It was just, I was like, yes. So I take it, it's already lit, I'm smoking it. It's like I'm literally smoking a cigar. It was just so much weed. I'm already super baked out of my mind. And I'm smoking this. There's 15 people there, and they're all just smoking weed. No one's drinking, thank God, because if alcohol got into this, I would have been done. So, sitting there smoking. Now, we're on the 3rd blunt, and the guy literally just bought a bunch of games. The fat games. That's all he bought. And he was just sitting there with a glow stick Godfather in them while we're all fucking watching this UFC fight and shit. And it was crazy. I'm like, why are you doing that? He's like, oh, because I got a bunch of weed. I had a settlement come in. And I'm like, oh shit, he got $250,000, so he bought a pound of weed and was just stuffing it into fucking blunts. Dude, so we just sat there and smoked, and then after the 5th blunt, I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I'm too high. I'm so high that I feel sick. So a couple of the people I left, it was just my buddy Joe, the guy who got the money, 3 other people, and me and my girlfriend. And so I go on the balcony, I'm like, I'm gonna smoke a cigarette. I light the cigarette, I hit the cigarette. As soon as I hit the cigarette, I just projectile vomit.
Holy shit. That's an interesting twist to the story.
The first puff of the cigarette, it hit me so bad, and everything I was holding back just stopped and just came out. And the shitty part is the porch was screened in, so I'm vomiting at the screen, and it's just coming down the screen, and then I'm just I'm done, and I sit down in the chair, and I start crying, and I'm like, I'm too high for this, I'm just too high, I'm too high to be vomiting, too high for all this, and then I hit the cigarette again. I don't vomit that time, but I'm just sitting there, nobody's realizing this is happening, I'm out there by myself. So finally, my girlfriend comes out, and she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, tell Joe I threw up everywhere. It's everywhere. It's over there. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. And so she goes and gets him. He comes out. He laughs. He takes a picture of it. And he's like, dude, you're too high. And I'm like, I know I'm too high. That's what I keep saying. I'm like, I'm so high I can't do anything. I just threw up everywhere. I was freaking out. And he's like, it's all right, bro. It's all right. I'm like, I didn't even watch the fight. Just sat here and got high and just threw up everywhere. And he's like, it's cool, bro. So I literally sat there outside by myself for 2 hours smoking cigarettes, trying to reevaluate my life. Because I was like, why did you smoke this much? It doesn't even make sense to smoke this much weed. And I asked my buddy that. He's like, dude, I stopped after the 2nd blunt. Other people were smoking. I didn't smoke all 5 blunts. I'm like, really? None of you did. And they're all like, no, we sat out on different blunts. They just kept going around. I'm like, I'm the only person who touched all 5 blunts.
Which is why you're the only person throwing up.
One time at my friend's house, like my brother's friend, they had a bunch of weed, and they had like 2 extendos and three other blunts, and I finished an extendo with them, and I got to like the second blunt, and I was like, I'm done. I'm going home. I'm scared. I can't do that at all.
Getting too high is scary sometimes, man. It happens. Know when to say no. And pay attention to your environment. If you got 15 people smoking and only 3 of them are smoking at a time, no, you shouldn't be smoking every time. That was the lesson I learned from that time, is that I don't have to smoke everything that comes to me.
Yeah.
I can say no. I didn't know that no meant
no
no.
to drugs. It's not drugs.
No, it's just say no at this moment. But yeah, that's my story. One time I was
Just
high.
say not right now.
Not right now. I'm good. I don't want that right now. I've had enough, please. Thank you. I mean, it's the same as alcohol. You know when to say, yeah, I don't want to drink anymore.
No, you don't.
I do. Oh, trust me, I do. When I get to that point where, like... See, that's why I don't like drinking too much.
I
Cause
don't like drinking.
I drink, and as soon as I feel wobbly, I'm like, I don't want to drink anymore, because this is the worst feeling in the world.
What got me off of drinking much, because I used to drink with, and...
He's an alcoholic.
But I got so fucking, like, drunk one day. I threw up.
How drunk were you?
We got to my house. I tried to open the door, and I threw up on his door.
That's hilarious.
At my house.
Dude.
What was the door doing at your house?
But yeah, that was...
Some of my drunkest nights have been with that guy.
I can't. It's been a long time since I did that.
Your closet won't flush.
My closet won't. The closet won't flush. Where's the closet supposed to go? Come on!
It's all over the floor.
It's okay, I peed on the raincoat.
It won't flush either.
Oh,
I don't know. But it's a raincoat.
That's why I don't drink. I don't
Yeah.
drink. I can't drink.
Waking up the next day trying to figure out what the fuck you did. And then when you see certain things, you're like, I did that.
That's when you gotta wake up and
real.
reevaluate life.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing?
Why am I naked in
Why
this
am I still
backyard?
peeing in the closets?
See, with weed, you don't pee in closets. Like if you smoke like 88 blunts.
Whose house is this?
Yeah, and the only harmful thing is the fridge.
That's been the one
only thing you're
thing
gonna harm.
that I always wanted to do is get so bad I got drunk. Like I just woke up in someone else's room in their house. And like, not that I went to a party and fell asleep there, but like these people don't even know me. Like I somehow got into their house and fell asleep in their guest room that they don't use all the time, and they're sitting there eating breakfast, and I wake up and walk out of their house.
Yo, that's scaring the shit out of me right now.
You die, dude. You die.
What?
You die.
I know, they probably
You
killed
have to
me.
understand that this is real. That's real life and not a movie. Like real life, people act way differently to strangers just waking up in the house.
If that's the way I have to go out, I'll go out that way. That's pretty cool.
I don't understand when people are like in a group of drunk, like when you're with drunk friends, how there's always that one person that no matter how drunk they are seem to be a fucking professional photographer.
Oh yeah, I love that person.
Like, how do you have like fucking crisp ass 52 megapixel pictures of what we did last night? You were the one that was fucking peeing behind the limousine. You sat in your own pee. Yes, you can hold your phone steady to take a fucking picture.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh my god.
I have a friend like that. He makes me happy. He gets the best photos.
Alright.
Always.
Is it Mind Trip?
Yeah, I think we're ready for mind trips.
Mind trips. Mind trips. With Dirk, the Jeter, the Jedi. Hi, everyone. Today,
This is my drunk friend that gets photos. Yes.
That's awesome.
He's gay. He looks gay. He is gay.
Jeez.
No, he's a photographer. And when he's drunk, he gets the best photos ever. Like, I've literally seen the man, like, shaking, holding his phone. And the next day, we're going through his photos, and he has, like, perfect photos of situations. It makes me so happy. But yes, go ahead with my trips.
Okay.
Blue Steel. Alright, my trip.
My trip. Okay, we're gonna be talking about the scariest game or movie we have ever seen, and I wanted to talk about like two things. It was when I was younger, Ocarina of Time, Zelda scared the shit out of me as a kid, because when you go into the church and you're supposed to like put it in a rock and grow and shit, and you're an adult, you get out of the church and there's a bunch of mummies. I'll be like, Dad, get me out of here.
So you get scared by the mummies.
It was so scary. I cried.
Church mummies.
Church mummies.
Church money. And then like the recent scariest was the Silent Hills demo PT. It was on PS.
I remember you talking about that.
I played it on his PS4, and then I was over at his house one day, and he was like, "You want to play it?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I play it, and like I'm going through the fucking hallway or whatever, and I'm like, "What's that shaking in the dark?" And he's like, "What are you talking about?" So he goes up to the screen, and then I move forward, and the fucking lady like just drops out, like fucking fucks me up. I was like, yo, I'm never playing this game ever again. If they made it like, and it never like succeeded, like Hideo Kojima was supposed to make it, and he got fired from Konami and shit, so they can't make it anymore. But if they made that into a real game, other than the trailer, the playable trailer, I would buy it just to like
piss yourself?
Yeah. It's cool that it's out, but I'm never gonna play it. No, I won't buy it. I mean, I'll watch it. That shit was scary. What about?
My turn.
Oh.
Yeah. My
Left.
scariest game I ever played. Like, I know I've talked about Dino Crisis before, but honestly, Fear. The entire Fear series.
Yeah.
Fear 3 was kind of less scary, but that game scared the fuck out of me.
I know.
Because, like, it was so fucked up. The shit that was happening and that ghost. And why do kids being ghosts scare the fuck out of me? That's the scariest thing, because I know when I was a kid, I was a dick. So, like, if I was a ghost, I'd be a ghost dick. Like,
Ghost dick. Ghost dick coming at you live.
Like, there's no way to say it nicely, but if I was a kid, I'd be a ghost dick. The dead kid, yeah. So, like, I always hate when it's a little kid fucking with you in games, because you're like, damn, you're a bitch.
Yeah, because you can't kill him.
Well, you can't kill him. If a kid is trying to kill you, I don't give a shit. I kill the kid. Okay, if it's a ghost kid, I give a real life kid the benefit of the doubt and attempt to get away from it a little bit more. But if there's a little 8-year-old constantly trying to murder me, I'm gonna do something about it.
Casper the unfriendly ghost.
Exactly, dude. So that's how that situation works. So that always creeped me out when those games Fear. But when it comes to movies, I don't know. I mean, scary movies have always been like really interesting and cool to me. I really like them. Like, I love all the Children of the Corn movies. Those are like, and what's funny is like I grew up in Chicago, and then I grew up in Peoria and all the outskirts, and it's all cornfields and just farms, and I'm like, dude, this could be my life. Awesome, you know? I'm watching Children of the Corn saying, I'm gonna go in the cornfield tomorrow and see if I can find some kids and play with them. So, yeah.
I've driven from Chicago to Davenport, Iowa, so I actually know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, see?
Yo, what if you go into the corn, like,
Oh, dude, I got
find a
into
bunch
the
of
corn.
kids?
I got in the corn so many times. In Robinson, in Joliet.
Did you find any kids?
No, there's never any kids.
Children?
Never.
What about children?
No, there were like teenagers smoking pot and hanging out.
And Jenny hiding from her dad.
Yeah, little abused children running away from their farms, but
Forrest Gump.
but no, I never found any killer things or.
You want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
No.
Someone asked me that once. I don't know if they were pretending, like if they were making fun of the movie or they were being serious, but I said no.
No, every time.
I said no every time. I don't see a dead body. I'm not purposely gonna go walk over to someone who's dead. I don't know why they're dead.
You found it. What the fuck are you gonna do to me?
Somebody else might be looking for that dead body, and we might just stumble upon them. I'm good.
And we're not telling anyone.
They may come back for that dead body at the same time you're going to see it.
Yeah. What was that movie? Deliver Us from
Evil?
Evil. Was that the movie? No. No. That was the one with Ella Cruz. That was a scary movie too. But no, the movie with the four friends, the Stephen King movie. They said, "Anyone go see a dead body?" Stand by me. Stand by me.
Oh yeah.
Stand by me. All right. So yeah, those were
Did you
it.
say
Deliver Us from Evil.
Deliverance?
Deliver Us from Evil is a movie. Deliver
With,
Us from Evil
David
was
Banner.
a joke on that movie. And then Deliverance was with Matthew McConaughey.
Deliver Us from Evil was with David Banner, I think.
Oh, the guy who played the first Hulk?
It was. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I liked it.
I thought Deliverance was awesome.
I've never seen Deliverance.
Okay, so what's yours?
Alright, scariest video game. And let's prefix this by saying I don't really get scared by like monsters and spirits and shit like that. So for me, the scariest video game had to be the first Splinter Cell because that was the first one where like you actually had to like kill people by using strategy or sneak around and stuff like that. And like, and let me just say, because like Splinter Cell reminded me of a reoccurring dream that I used to have, and this reoccurring dream, like I had no weapon and this person had a weapon and I had to like try to sneak up behind them and like kill them with my bare hands.
Nice.
Yo.
But like I'm like 2 or 3 steps away and he hears me
And turns around and blasts fucking.
and then I wake up.
Oh shit.
Dude.
So that whole part of Splinter Cell where you had to like sneak and do shit, like whenever I couldn't play that part in the dark. Like the anxiety of possibly getting caught.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Ah, that sucks. That's really cool though.
I know. But like
I'm gonna live out my dream now.
that wow.
I don't know about scariest movie. I think any one of those movies that like when kids get possessed by demons, because like it's that whole thing, like it's that whole dilemma that you were talking about, where like if it's a you or me situation, but it involves kids, would you punt a kid?
Like the new Paranormal Activity did that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the ghost
Yeah.
dimension.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, they fucked with you, bro.
Honestly, like if my kid was Damien from The Omen, I'd bunt him.
I'd fuck that kid up, dude.
Fuck that kid up in a heartbeat, dude.
But see, the thing about
Kick that kid
like
ass.
the actual Damien though is that his biggest power was supposed to be the power of manipulation.
He's supposed to be able to be the president.
Wasn't Damien the Antichrist?
Yeah, that's all.
Wow, here's the Antichrist.
The Antichrist is supposed to rise to
There have
power.
been people who have kicked around the idea of Trump.
Being the Antichrist? Oh my god. They said that about Bane, about fucking Mitt Romney too.
That's because he was a Mormon. Excuse me, is a Mormon. It's not like he ever stopped being a Mormon.
Oh man,
You're not allowed to.
He's
no.
still the Antichrist.
Blood in, blood out.
I don't think.
Mormons.
I don't think Donald Trump is the Antichrist. I feel like the Antichrist has to have more knowledge behind him than Donald Trump
And some
has.
more hair.
No, not even the hair. The Antichrist could be bald, but I feel like the Antichrist is a really smart person.
Yeah, but what if Donald Trump... Part of me thinks that Donald Trump is intelligently ignorant. Part of me thinks that a lot of what Donald Trump... Like, a lot of what Donald Trump is the perception that he's ignorant. I think he knows exactly what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah, I could. Watch him get into office and instantly like shut down all this racism shit he's portraying and just be like this it's strategic genius in the fucking office.
He gets into the office and then 6 o'clock that night is the first purge.
I love this movie. It's gonna be real.
You're gonna love it, America. It's gotta be huge.
It's gonna solve all our debt.
Yeah.
It's gonna help us.
I feel like we
You're
need
gonna
to take out
love
some
it.
aggression.
You're gonna love it.
Oh my god. I'd kill Donald Trump.
I guess Donald Trump.
He's gonna invite Megyn Kelly to the White House for his inauguration and kick her out at 6 o'clock.
Oh shit.
Good luck trying to get back to New York from DC during the purge.
Oh man, that's when I show up with the MP4 and I'm like, I got you. And I escort her back to New
You're
York.
gonna escort Megyn Kelly back to New York.
Hell
That's
yeah.
a long way.
It's alright. We'll make it by sunset. By sundown. Dawn.
It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter if you made it.
There's so much stuff I want to say about that just isn't going.
I'm gonna bang
It
her
doesn't
and then
matter.
leave.
Huh?
Oh
I'm not gonna save her.
It doesn't matter how long you take to get to New York. At the end of the day, like you're gonna get there, and like once the purge is over, you're good.
Once the purge is over, then I leave her wherever we are. It was done. I saved her from the purge.
I thought you were gonna take her home.
No, I'm just gonna keep her alive during the purge.
Wow, you're not even taking this bitch home.
No, God no.
I don't trust Megyn Kelly. She works for Fox News.
I don't even know who. Is it that girl with the glasses we were just looking at?
The senator?
Yeah.
No.
No,
Who
that
was
was
that? Who was
Elizabeth
that?
Warren.
Elizabeth Warren. I bang her too.
Oh
So yeah, that's our show.
That's our show.
It
Wow.
was a pretty good show, man.
Wow. Yeah, there's nothing you can say after. There's nothing else that can be said in the show after that. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.